Hey, this is Steve with moneysavingoils.com. I read an article last night. Actually, I read it a while back, but I read it again last night, and it's regarding the performance discovery of an AMSOIL customer that makes him decide that he wants to be a dealer. So this is a little story about a guy with a Honda. He's got a Honda coupe with the VTEC dual overhead cam engine. This is the article. It says, AMSOIL performance turns customer into dealer. AMSOIL product performance is often the tipping point for customers to become dealers. Such is the case with dealer Julian Danani. Okay, I don't know if you can see that right there, but Julian Dahani, I can't pronounce it, of La Jolla, California. I started using AMSOIL products several years ago when I began modifying the 2006 Honda Civic Si I had at the time. Dahani modified the Honda so he could run it on open track days at the streets of Willow Course in Rosemont, California, a 1.6 mile street track. He upgraded the camshaft in the car to use on the track. After the camshafts were upgraded, the car began consuming more than a quart of oil every week, even though there were no mechanical leaks. He tried everything. He tried almost every synthetic oil available at an auto parts store and found nothing that could solve the problem. Dahani heard about AMSOIL products through an internet forum and decided to install AMSOIL Signature Series 5W30 motor oil. It immediately remedied the excessive oil consumption, Dahani said. I continued to change the oil every 3,000 miles because I thought the 15,000 mile severe service interval was an outrageous claim. He soon realized the oil continued to look like new when he changed it at 3,000 miles, and he pushed the change intervals further. The way an oil looks at the change interval does not determine whether it still meets the specifications of serviceable oil. I eventually used oil analysis to confirm I could indeed run the oil 15,000 miles or 1 year, even with moderate engine modifications. He continued using the car on the road and on the track and installed every AMSOIL product he could get his hands on in the next 6 years. He eventually returned the car to stock. Personnel at the shop where the aftermarket camshafts were removed asked about their usage. The camshafts had about 70,000 miles of road and track use at the time. The shop people were in disbelief because the camshaft looked brand new and were easily resellable, he said. The current owner of the camshafts is enjoying them immensely, even after putting an additional 15,000 miles on them and counting using AMSOIL, of course. The shop personnel were so impressed by the camshaft's condition that they began using AMSOIL products themselves. Additionally, the first thing I did with my current 2013 Mitsubishi Evolution was switch every fluid over to AMSOIL products when I got it home, fresh from the dealership's lot. My experience with AMSOIL products was so profound that I became an independent dealer and have had the pleasure of sharing its benefits with many family members, friends, and customers over the last few years, along with all the ways dealers can make money for supplemental income. Regardless of how much money I make through the business opportunity, I will continue to enjoy AMSOIL products and all of their benefits myself. Well, that's the same way I feel. The first person you need to sell is yourself. So I've been using AMSOIL products for 15 years, and it's been quite obvious that there's something special about AMSOIL. You can read all the tech data, you can read all the studies and read everybody else's opinion. The bottom line is what has it done for you? Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. This is Steve at moneysavingoils.com.